Hey guys, Auspicious Aussie here, and welcome to episode 12, I believe it is now. I might be wrong with that, but anyway, we are getting into a Crystal Palace and Newcastle double header for this episode. And of course, we're essentially on Boxing Day, so January is coming up thick and fast. Let me show you the league table first before we go into the fixtures. As you can see, we're currently in 5th place. We are 1 point behind Tottenham, who are in 4th. We're 2 points behind Chelsea, who are in 3rd on 40 points. However, we do have a game in hand over them. So if we win today against Palace, we will actually go above them. So we'll be into the top 4. And then, of course, we're also 3 points behind Man United in 2nd. But they also have a game in hand like we do. So yeah, that's the top of the table. Things are very, very close between sort of 6th to 2nd. Everyone is within about 3 or 4 points. So it's tight, and I feel like this season it's going to be hard to break into that top 4. But ultimately, we have to do it. Really, we don't really have a choice. We must, achieve our goal set out by the board, and that is to get Champions League football. Anyway, let's get into the recent fixtures here. Of course, the last episode was the Wolves victory, which was a pretty impressive display. And then it was followed by the disappointing loss in the Europa League against Fiorentina. We actually followed that up with another disappointing loss, and this one was pretty hard to take. It was unexpected, to say the least. As you can see, Sheffield United beat us 3-1 with Mousse getting a hat-trick for himself within the first half. Absolute scenes. I mean, we got a goal back through Romero, but for some reason, we just did not look like we wanted to win the game. As you can see, Bernd Leno getting an 8.8 match rating. We also had Romero getting a 7.3, obviously with his goal. But then we had Torreira with a 7.3 as well. And of course, Rodriguez with a 7.6. So it was very strange. Very strange. And yeah, I think they were maybe like 16th or something at the time as well. So it was... Actually, I think they were 18th, because I think that victory got them out of the bottom 3, which was obviously great for them. Anyway, the next game we managed to bounce back with our own 3-1 away victory. As you can see, beating Leeds United, Eddie Nketiah getting himself a brace there with 2 goals. And of course, Nicolas Pepe, who is still banging goals in for us at the moment and winning a lot of match awards for himself, Man of the Match awards. A little bit of interest in him now as well by PSG and Manchester United. Obviously, we're not going to try and sell him, but just thought I'd mention that. We then managed a 1-0 victory over Everton, who I think were in about 8th at this position. And as you can see, once again, Nicolas Pepe getting the only goal of the game and himself on the score sheet. We then luckily beat Real Betis. I think a loss against them would have put us into 2nd in our Europa League group. So we got a 2-1 victory. Eddie Nketiah once again on the score sheet. And Rob Holding popping up with a bit of a random goal. I think he stole Romero's header off of a corner and put it in the back of the net. So yeah, realistically, that was actually Romero's goal, but he did get an assist for that. They got a goal back, but as you can see, it was pretty late on. Now this next game, a 2-1 away loss against Bournemouth. Another one of those games, similar to the Sheffield United one, where I don't really know what happened. It just seemed like the team didn't want to come and play. Obviously, Bournemouth are actually pretty good. They're not too bad. They're still in 8th at the moment, which I think was kind of what they were when they beat us. As you can see, they're literally 3 points behind us. So that goes to show it's even tighter a little bit further down from about 8th to about 2nd. There's 6 points in it. So yeah, that's very interesting. But yeah, they beat us 2-1. Lacazette opened the scoring for us, so we're actually 1-0 up. And then Falk and Angelino getting the goals there for Bournemouth. Now, this next game was a really, really nice victory, to be honest. We managed to beat Tottenham 2-0 at home in the EFL Cup quarterfinal. Was super happy about that. And as you can see, we had Depay once again getting back on the score sheet as he was, scoring goals for fun earlier in the season. And then Eddie Nketiah popping up as well. He's been in pretty fine form. Lacazette went through a bit of an injury. He was out for about 2 or 3 weeks. And Eddie played all those games and played really well. And he popped up with a nice late goal there. And the most recent game played was a very, very important game in regards to the league table. And we managed to beat Chelsea, who were in 3rd place. And of course, that has actually allowed us to potentially overtake them today if we win our game in hand. So this was massive. Agent David Luiz getting a goal from a corner in the 31st minute. We then actually went 2-0 up through Lacazette in the 68th. However, Chiesa managed to get a goal straight off the kickoff after we had scored. But yeah, we got the 2-1 victory there. Obviously, being the home team, I kind of expected us to win. And we did just that. And like I said, massive implications as we're sort of getting towards the halfway point. Anyway, the lineup today, I want to go full strength, apart from Tierney, although Tierney at the moment is actually outperforming Tellez, who's kind of dropped off a little bit in the last few games. So, yeah, Tierney back from a little injury he picked up as well. Lacking a little bit of match fitness, but, I mean, the 7.26 in his last 5 games goes to show how good he is at the moment. Anyway, we've got Leno in goals, we've got Bellerin at right back, Holding and David Luiz as our centre-halves. We've got Tierney at left back. We've got Aya as the defensive midfielder with Xhaka and Rodriguez as our 2 centre mids. We've got Pepe on the right, Depay on the left cutting in, and then, of course, Lacazette up front. The bench is going to be Iliev, Chambers, Tellez, Guendouzi, Barkley, Nelson, and Eddie Nketiah. All right. I mean, Palace, I think, are in 15th at the moment. Obviously, they've got a couple of good players. I mean, Akpom's not too bad. Zaha. They got some decent defenders back there as well. Gary Cahill, Sarko, even Van Arnholt is pretty good as well. Or at least he used to be. I know we're the away team, but I'm going to go out and expect a win. Of course, at the moment, we need to be winning this game in hand and putting ourselves back up into the top 4. It's so important to get Champions League football this season. I feel like it could really kickstart the series. And what I mean by kickstart it is, we'll be getting massive finances. We'll be able to go out and start purchasing some of the best, young players in the game. Even though I think our team at the moment is really well balanced. Obviously, we are going to have a couple of problems once David Luiz retires or, starts to deteriorate at a relatively high level. He's kind of been our rock since we started the series. And we've got Pepe with a header just over the bar there. I mean, Holding's actually been really good as well, which I didn't expect, for him to be one of our starting centre-backs. I thought we might have kept Mustafi for a little bit longer. But just looking at his, mentals, they just weren't really good enough for a Premier League starting centre-back. And I feel like we made some really good signings at the start of this season. This is a really bad first half, though, for us. I've kind of been talking and not really paying too much attention to the game itself. I'm going to demand more at about the 55th minute. Let's see what happens with this highlight here first. Zaha beats whoever that was, number 19. Although we do regather the ball, so that's nice. Aya, Armez. Ooh, that might have been a second yellow. Playing advantage. We got Tierney out on the left. Can he cross? He can. It's not a great one, though. Cleared away by Palace. Holding. Aya with a nice ball to Bellerin. He could also cross. Goes back to Pepe. James! Oh, he's hit the post. That's unlucky. Really unlucky. I'm going to demand more out of him now. We might make a change in a second here. I mean, Pepe just really... Why is he chasing that far? Now Zaha is essentially unmarked in the box. Alright, that's an easy save there for Leno. That's Tierney's ball. Can he play it down? Decides to run with it instead. And that should be a second yellow card. We probably should have had one earlier, so at least a little bit of justice here. Palace are going to go down to 10 men. Taking off one of their strikers. Now, obviously, this is a massive opportunity for us to push forward and really pile on the pressure. Tierney out to Bellerin. James. Lacazette. There we go. Got the breakthrough. Nice little assist there for James Rodriguez as well. Really nice goal. Tidy little finish as well from Laka. Alright. Make a sub. We've got Xhaka, who is really not playing too well. So we'll bring Guendouzi on. Lacking a little bit of match fitness himself. I want to leave Pepe out there for maybe another 10 minutes. And then we'll probably take him off as well. Let's see what happens with this highlight. If he scores, he'll stay on. If he doesn't, we'll bring Reece Nelson on. He almost scored. He hit the post, hit the crossbar. That's pretty funny. Anyway, we'll take him off. Either way, we kind of... Ooh. Actually, looking at that, I kind of want Depay. We can do both. Let's do both. It's really risky. All three subs used. And we're only 1-0 up at the moment. Could come back to bite me. Bellerin clears. Unfortunately, Lacazette can't pick up the ball. Palace are coming forward again. That's a nice ball to AU. Oh, that's a really good save. Great save by Bernd Leno. Alright. Hopefully we can at least hold on for this 1-0 lead. Come on, Bellerin. Lacazette, he's onside. Finish! Oh my god, Eddie Nketiah. How has he not scored that? I think he was offside anyway, but at least put it in the back of the net, even if you're offside. Gary Cahill scores. That's an annoying one. That's a really, really annoying goal to concede there. They were down to 10 men. Once again, another set piece, and we concede from the set piece. I know I complain about it all the time. I should probably set up a better defending set piece tactic. That is frustrating. We may as well just skip forward together here. That's a harsh draw there, man. That is super, super frustrating. That was a golden opportunity for us to shoot up into the top 4 properly. Yeah, that's not good enough. I think once we finish this episode, I'm going to set up a bit of a defending set piece tactic. We really got to be careful. I feel like we're just conceding a lot of goals from set pieces. I mean, it seems like nearly every episode that we record, we are conceding. Okay, Steve Wilson's wanted by a couple of clubs on loan. We're actually not going to loan him out. Purely for the fact that I want him to be homegrown at club for the Champions League in the future. Um, I mean, we'll just promise Ross Barkley a bit more playing time, I guess. He hasn't really done anything when I've actually given him some game time. I'll probably give him this FA Cup game against Newport. I mean, if he can't do anything against Newport, I may as well just try and sell him. Either in January or in the summer of next season. Alright, so Holding's going to be out. That's an easy swap. We'll bring Romero in. What else do we want to do here? I mean, we could go Barkley in now for Rodriguez because he's pretty fatigued. But honestly, I kind of just want to leave him in there because he is that real creative outlet. We might also warn Pepe about his recent form as well. I think we're just going to go with the same team. Actually, we might go Tellez in for Tierney. Maybe Chambers. Yeah, let's go Chambers as well for Bellerin. Just so we have our fresh legs in our fullback positions. Alright, let's go with that. I like that. Maybe Maitland. No, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Alright, here we go. Pretty much the exact same lineup apart from Romero, Chambers, and Tellez. So it's going to be interesting. Once again, I'm going to expect a win. Maybe that's what backfired in that last game. I have no idea, but we are the home team. And I feel like when I expect a victory at home, quite often it tends to be a victory. So might be something I need to keep a bit of a closer eye on. Anyway, Newcastle are the ones coming forward at the moment, but that's a really good tackle there by Chambers. Aya plays inside to Xhaka. Xhaka out to Memphis Depay. He's got Tellez. Oh, that is a brilliant goal by Xhaka. Outside the box on the edge of the D. And that's a nice little low shot. And a nice goal. Really good goal there. Also an early goal for us, which is, you know, kind of unheard of. Can't really... I think I remember maybe one pretty early goal from Lacazette earlier in the season. But that's about it. I feel like most of our goals primarily come in the second half of games. Anyway, Memphis Depay, can he get a cross in? He can. Chambers! Ooh. Cleared off the line by one of their defenders. Good stuff. Don't really expect Chambers to be up in that position. Alright, Pepe with a corner. Can't beat the first man. Should get it back though. Memphis is dwelling on the ball and giving it away. I don't know why, but not really good enough, is it? Anyway, Tellez coming forward now. Goes to James. Memphis Depay. Tellez again. Oh, that's a brilliant goal. Second goal of the season for Alex Tellez there. All he needed was, I guess, a bit of time on the bench for him to come back in and do really well. Alright, we're approaching half-time. Tellez again coming down this left-hand side. Plays a nice ball to Memphis Depay. Back to Tellez. Gets a deep cross in. Unfortunately can't pick anyone out. Xhaka. James. Pepe. I mean, we're playing so well today. It's like, why weren't the boys playing this well? Xhaka. Oh, we get it. We get a... That's not Xhaka. Lacazette, sorry. Alexander is what I was going to say. Getting us our third goal there. Essentially getting his own rebound. And we've got another highlight before half-time. We're into stoppage time of the first half. Pepe breaking forward again. Left hands. Ooh, that's a bit of a spill there by the Newcastle goalkeeper. And there we go. Finally into half-time. All right, 3-0 up. I'm pretty happy. Much more convincing. Oh no. James Rodriguez picking up an injury. Barkley's going to go on, but that's not good. That's the risk that you take when you play a player that is pretty, low with their match condition. If that's a serious injury, that could be really harmful for the rest of our season. Let's bring Nelson on for Depay. And let's bring Guendouzi on for Ayer as well. Make all 3 subs. I know it's still pretty early, but hopefully we should be sweet. And again, want some of these guys to get a bit of a rest. Been a pretty hectic fixture schedule recently, and I feel like we've dealt with it pretty well. Obviously, the Crystal Palace game. Don't really want to talk about that too much, but this one's much more convincing. We look a lot better out there today. And definitely happy to pick up an important 3 points. I mean, we're still passing the ball around really nicely. Nelson, Xhaka, out to Alex Tellez on the overlap. Back post Pepe. How have we not scored there? Why didn't Pepe shoot? If he shot, we would have scored. I really don't understand that one. Anyway, we've got a long throw in here for Tellez. Probably go straight to the goalkeeper. No, it goes straight to the first man, of course. Anyway, David Luiz, back to Tellez. Nelson somehow sneaks it in. And that's 4-0. 5 minutes left. Happy to see Nelson get a goal for himself. He's kind of found himself as our sort of bench winger. Sort of keeping Kluivert down in the under-23s. But yeah, there we go. 4-0 victory over Newcastle. Much better than our first game on the episode. And luckily, James Rodriguez only going to be out for 6 days. So, that's got me happy. Not a bad injury. Tellez man of the match as well. Happy for him to prove his way back into the first team. And yeah, that's going to wrap up the episode, guys. We find ourselves in 3rd place at the moment. Luckily above Tottenham there as well. And yeah, the next episode will come after January. So yeah, make sure you like the video if you haven't already, guys. I do appreciate it. Also, subscribe to the channel and make sure you have the notification bell turned on. And apart from that, as always, guys, take it easy and goodbye.